You know, when stealing from one citizen to give something to another citizen becomes official governmental policy and is said to be compassionate, when earning a living and accumulating assets is seen as selfish and immoral, when success is punished and failure is rewarded, and when motivation is something that is seen as a threat and needs to be crushed, but miscreant behavior is excused and justified, society is being destroyed from within. Because the perverse becomes the accepted. You see, what is immoral in the civil society? What is immoral in our daily lives? Taking from somebody something that doesn't belong to you. Taking something from somebody that they earned and you did not. And calling it a right. And saying it's compassionate for you to take something from somebody else. And then to have big government there as the bully, the overlord, the mob, telling you damn well better cough it up or you're going to jail. Turning morality on its head. It has an effect on people. It has an effect on their attitude and on their mindset. It has an effect on their parents. It has an effect on the kids. So-and-so owes me. Socialism in all of its manifestations is a complete and utter failure of the human condition. It is a failed model in every form. It is destructive. It destroys the individual. It destroys wealth creation. You get to keep what we say you get to keep. We get to decide what you get to have. We have a president, we have a majority leader, we have these politicians lecturing us about how we are going to live, how much we get to keep. What? What? You get to tell us what? We tell you what you're going to do. You don't tell us what we get to keep, whether we're taxed enough. Who the hell do you think you are? Look at the Constitution. You don't have this power. Where do you think you got it from? You stole it. You've seized it. And now you tell us you're not plundering enough? And in the name of the people, you're going to plunder the people some more? From where do you get this authority? From nowhere. From nowhere. Well, the Supreme Court, they get it from nowhere too. It doesn't exist. You actually have to defy the Constitution. You have to violate the Constitution to create the kind of society that they seek to create. Hence, quote, fundamental transformation, unquote. There is no authority in the Constitution for any branch of the federal government, for anyone in the federal government, to fundamentally transform anything. When he said 5 days before the election that he's going to fundamentally transform this nation, he told us right there that he was going to violate the Constitution over and over and over again. Why do you think the left, during the last weeks, has told him, violate the Constitution? We don't care if Congress has the sole authority to borrow money. Violate it. Borrow it. Claim it's an emergency. And let the courts catch up with you later. That's Bill Clinton. Statism is about lawlessness. Statism is about propaganda. Statism is about destroying this constitutional republic. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot emphasize this enough. I'm not trying to be a wet blanket. I'm not trying to be a downer. I am telling you the truth. It's my great fear that the constant tearing at the seams of our republic, the constant attack on our traditions and history, could easily one day lead to civil unrest. We also call that violence. Now, if we're honest with ourselves, we all sense this. We can all feel it, just under the surface. We don't want to believe it, but listen to these politicians. Look at what they're doing to us. The most magnificent nation on the face of the earth. And to what end? Not to improve our society, not to improve our children's future, but because they are power-hungry, good-for-nothings. Ladies and gentlemen, look around you. This is what fundamental transformation is all about. Transforming a free and prosperous people to a controlled and poor people. And it is done by a steady diet of class warfare propaganda, by creating enemies of the state, a new one every week, and exploitation of every sort and in every way. Take a good look at Greece. Take a good look at London. If we don't figure out how to put an end to this in this country, that's America.